Hey everybody, welcome to my paintings. I'm Veronica and today I've got very fun project ahead of me. I've got this old iPhone cover which is kind of yellowish. I don't like it anymore. So I thought why not to make a pour on this iPhone cover, so I'll have a brand new one and with beautiful design. So I'm gonna try to make my very own customized phone cover with my colors. I chose this dark violet, my beautiful baby turquoise color. This one is ultramarine blue. This one is called sapphire blue. It's a little bit shiny. And my white color, which will be a base for my cover. And I'm using these kind of colors, Solo Goya acrylic colors, and I mix them with my pouring medium. I make my own pouring medium from glue and water. It's this one. I put it in this bottle, but it is not this brand. It's just a bottle. And I use 60% of PVA glue. I can buy Hercules in my country, you can buy different brands in your country, Elmer's glue or something like that. It's PVA glue, which my children use in kindergarten. And 40% of water, that's my mixture. And I also put 1 drop of silicone oil in each color, even in my white. I'm gonna show you how to do that. Just 1 drop, 1 little drop. 1, and I'm gonna mix it a little bit, not too much. I don't want many cells, I just want a nice design on my cover. So let's just, I will paint where my cover will be. That's it. And I cleaned it with wet wipe. So here we go. Let's pour white here and spread it everywhere. I'm using a plastic bag underneath on my table because I might try to create something out of it later on. So that's my white. Now I'm gonna start with purple. A little bit. Then my ultramarine. Sapphire blue. And my baby teal. Okie dokie. Let's try and see what happens. Here we go. I'm gonna do it like this. Ooh, that's beautiful. Look at that. Some cells growing. I won't use my heat gun because it could ruin it. But it's beautiful. Just make the edges like this. Here we go. My very beautiful own iPhone cover. I'm gonna get it dry, and when it gets completely dry, I'm gonna use Raisin over it. And now I want to do one more thing. I would like to use this plastic sheet to make my very own cover for my little notepad. So I'm gonna pour a little bit more white here on the edges to make it bigger. And pour some colors, more colors here. Like that, and now I'm gonna stick it like this. And let's see what happens. Ooh. Oh, that's so cool. Wow, I love that. And I'm gonna get this dry, so it will take probably, I will rather wait like a week or more to get this dry. And then I'm gonna create my very own special cover for my book or my notepad. Hey, so welcome back. I wait week till my pour is dry and it turned out beautifully. Look at that. Amazing acrylic pour on my iPhone cover, and it changed a lot actually. There were some nice cells which disappeared and it just kind of melted, but I still love it. I think it's beautiful combination of colors. And I want to do one more thing. I want to embellish it with some bubbles. If you've seen my previous videos, you know I'm crazy about bubbles. So I'm gonna paint few little water drops on my pour, and I think it will look very interesting, very 3D. So let's start. I'll be using my black and white acrylic color. I didn't mix it with any floral, it's just straight from the tube. And I'm gonna paint my water drop. I start with black. Let's make a bigger detail. And this part looks like it will be a good spot for my water drop. So I start with black and paint the top of my bubble like this. And then I put my brush in water and I try to blend my black color a little bit like this. Now white part. I take a little bit of my white color and paint the bottom of my water drop. Like this, and again I put my brush in water and I try to blend it nicely. Again putting it in my water. And I'm trying to blend it. Now I'm gonna paint shade underneath my bubble. It will add that 3D look. So, a little shade underneath. And mend this little bottom part. white. With white. You have to be careful so you don't take your pour off. Just gently, very gently paint on it. And now here comes the reflection up here, like this. See? I've got my little water drop. It looks very beautiful, very interesting on your pores or any other surface. So I will paint more of water drops around here, here, maybe one up here, and then I'll show you what to do next. And here's the second part of my project. My second pour is also dry and it turned out beautifully. Look at this part. It looks so 3D. How cool is this? I love this part. And it will be a perfect book cover. I literally used plastic bag which I use for my bin. And sometimes you get this really thin one, which is not good. But this one is thick. It's hard to break it. So this will be perfect as a book cover. And I also want to embellish this with some water drops because I think it will add even more 3D look and it will perfectly match with my phone cover. So I will try to paint some bubbles on these cells because I think that will look very nice. And I'll be using the same technique, just black on the top, white on the bottom, and then dark shadow under the white, and then a reflection. And now here comes the raisin part. My pour is dry and water drops are dry, and I just cleaned it with wet wipe and let it dry. It looks like this on the other part, but it's okay, this won't be visible. And it's time to start mixing my raisin. I have worked with a raisin before, but I haven't tried to pour on my cover. So I don't know if it will be working or not. I suppose it should be working because I'll be doing everything right. And I've got, raisin always comes with two parts, part A and part B. This is a new raisin which I ordered. I had different one in the past. And I should mix this, like 100 milliliters should have 25 milliliters of part B. And usually it's in ratio 3:1, but always make sure to check the description on your raisin because it can be different. Different brands has got different measurements. So this will be 10 milliliters of part A and 2.5 milliliters of part B. And always make sure you wear gloves when you are working with raisin, and it's also better to wear face mask because sometimes it has got weird smell. It's better if you use face mask when working with raisin. I've got this injection which I bought in I don't know, it was in a home store, and it's good for measuring 10 milliliters. So I'm gonna measure 10 milliliters of part A. So 10 milliliters. And then 2.5 milliliters of part B. Yep. Let's put it in. Put this aside, and I might have to check this in the bin because you can't wash raisin in sink or anywhere. You wouldn't get it off anything. It's raisin, so I usually check this away because it gets dry. and hard one. And now I'm gonna mix my part B and A, just slowly mixing it because I don't want any bubbles in it, but it's very important to mix it quite well so part A and part B mix together very well. So it's clear now, looks like it's all mixed. And time to pour it on my phone cover. Let's put it here, you can see it. I put it in a yogurt cup because it's a good stand. And I'm gonna pour my raisin on my cover like this. And spread it all around. Make sure it covers everything, all your edges. Oh, this will be so cool. It will be perfect because my phone is always dirty from colors. Every time I paint, my phone cover is dirty. So now I will have my very own phone cover with my pour and my colors and my favorite water drops. I'm gonna pour a little bit on the edges because I want to have my raisin everywhere. And this raisin takes around 48 hours to dry, so I have to wait at least 48 hours. But some raisins are faster, it depends on the brand and on the type of your raisin. So sometimes it takes only 1 day, sometimes it takes 2-3 days. So don't be impatient. Wait till it gets completely dry. Don't touch it in like few hours because you would see your fingerprint on it. And be patient with raisin, and then you will get an amazing result. So see you soon. So let's get back to my book cover. It's dry now, my pour is beautiful, and I've got this old, it's not book, it's just some notepad which I originally bought for my son, but I'm gonna steal it and I'm gonna make my very own art journal because it has got some good quality hard paper inside, so it will be perfect for art journal. I'm just gonna try if it will fit, and it looks like it will be a perfect match for my pour. So I'm gonna try to open it and draw line here with my pencil like this, so I see where it goes, and also upside down. Like this. Let's use my ruler as well, so I see the lines. So let's cut it. Now let's see if it will be working. So I will be folding it like this, and I need to cut these edges here and here, and also here in the middle you need to keep the blank space because you will be folding it. Okie dokie. Cut these edges. And I'm also gonna cut like here in this area. And the other side. And now we can try. Let's see if it will be working. So I'm gonna fold it like this. Like this. Yep, that will be perfect. So I'm gonna use my heat gun to make these edges stay like that, and it will be a perfect book cover. So here's my heat gun, or I don't know how this is called, but it has got this silicone inside and it works well if you wanna stick something together, and it's very hot, so you have to be careful with this. I'm just gonna cut these like this because it will be nicer. And put a little bit of this gluey thing in here. Like this, hold it for a second and it will stick. Now here comes the other part. And this is a little bit bigger, but that's okay. You need to keep it bigger because once you close it, it needs some space. So make sure you keep some space here. So here you go. You've got your very own beautiful book cover or notepad cover, and I've got one more thing which I want to do. I've got my very own personalized wax stamp, so I'm gonna put my stamp here, maybe here. And for that I've got my wax gun. I don't know how to call that. I got this online, and I've got my wax in here inside of this gun, and I'm just gonna put one push of my wax and put my logo in here like that. Wait a minute, let's see. Yep, that's perfect. Look at that. Look, I've got my very own logo on there. So that's my book cover. Can't wait to put some ideas inside of this book. And here's how it looks on natural light, and I'm just so in love with it. It ended up much prettier than I expected. Look at that, it's so beautiful and so cool. I'm honestly very happy with the result. And if I could give you a little tip, if you'll be doing this iPhone or phone cover, I recommend doing it at the weekend in the morning, so you'll have enough time to come back to it regularly, because I had to check the edges like every hour to make sure there is no raisin dripping out of it. So if you want to have nice smooth edges, I recommend doing it in the morning when you'll have time to mend it. And yeah, I can't wait to fill my book with my art. It's so cool. This this book cover, you can make absolutely anything out of acrylic pours. So I hope you enjoyed my tutorial. Thank you very much for watching, and if you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, because that helps a lot. Or you can also hit the bell and receive notification every time I upload a new video, or you can subscribe to my channel and see many more interesting videos. Thank you very much for being here with me on this amazing journey. Thank you for everything, for all your positivity. You are amazing. Can't wait to see you again. Bye!